Yo guys, it's Nova here. I decided to make this video because while playing Volleyball 4.2, even though I'm more of a beginner, I find out that no one sets in actual games. And they just ape the ball. Because there is no tutorials out there that I've seen that actually talk about setting. So I'm just gonna do some basic help because after all I do set for my friends because I am a setter. That's what I mean here. So if I have any chance, I will set instead of spike. I did want to show you guys tips in case you want to be a setter, but since there were no tutorials, you didn't know how to, or didn't know tricks, didn't know tips. Feel free to debunk me in the comments if some of my tips and tricks are wrong, but they should be right after my month of experience, maybe less, maybe like 3 weeks of experience in this game. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the most important set is one that's easy for the spiker to hit. It isn't one that's fast. It isn't one that is tricky. It isn't one that's like, you know, some weird way of setting. It's one that the spiker finds easiest to hit. So that's like the biggest tip and trick I can give you. Learn your spiker. Learn the person who is spiking, so that way they can learn to, you know, spike your ball and you can set them the ball that they want to spike. So for example, a friend of mine, he prefers 10 stop set. That's what we found out from experimenting with every single type of set, which is 30 power and normal and set wise. He finds that 10 stop set is the best, and I also find that 10 stop set is the best for him. So I use 10 stop set if at any case he is in the area for a 10 stop set. You'll understand what I'm saying in a minute. Next, you need to know the difference between a normal set and a stop set. This is important. No one knows the difference between these two. The difference is that's a normal set. This is a stop set. The first rule of a stop set is that it will never travel out of the court if you're standing on this line, no matter what. No matter what. Stop sets are important because they give the spiker more options, is a good way of saying it. If I'm correct, it will never travel out of the court. And that's proof right there. It never travels out of the court unless you're standing like right here. And even then, not by much, where a normal set would go to the other freaking court. Please be reminded that this is actually very not known for some reason, and most people don't even set stops, they set normals. So, next we have the fact that stop sets, this is the one I'm most uncertain on, but I'm pretty certain about it. They never change speed. Never. They only change distance and height. So, for example, a 4 stop set will go here, while a 6 stop set will go there, but it never changes distance. Well, it does. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I'm winning this, but it never changes speed, nor does it change height much. It just never changes speed, guys. You gotta realize that. It never changes speed. People apparently don't know this, and it gets kind of annoyed because they don't know really how to regulate distance with the normal set, and I'm like, just use a stop set, and they're like, how? And it gets annoying sometimes. So, this is something that's very unknown. Stop sets are very unknown, apparently, to non-pro setters. So, this is my teaching about them. Next is that a stop set will okay, so the power for a normal set is 2 below for a stop set. So if you're using normal sets and you want to get it to a stop set, up it by 2. Always up it by 2. It'll give the exact same max height. So for example, a 3 normal, right there, would be a 5 stop. And it's the same max height point. Please remember this, because no one knows about stop sets, and I talked about this a lot, but no one knows about stop sets, and they need to kind of learn it. So, there. Next is don't always hit, like, right next to the net. I actually have a friend who prefers it a little farther away from the net, but try and keep it as close to the net as you can without getting it, like, way too far out. So for example, if I were to do this at 15 normal, I would not do that. That is a terrible idea because the enemy's just going to not receive it. Try and keep it to where it goes over the net. Where it goes over the net but doesn't, like, but it's easy for your spiker to hit. Make sure it doesn't go over the, like, okay, I'm butchering this, but basically make sure it doesn't go out. If a spiker misses it, that's on them. But please try and adjust to how the spiker is performing. So for example, if my friend can usually hit that set, but he can't today, I will adjust it to something easier. For example, a 11 stop, because it never changes speed. There. It lands right there and he can just spike it. So please be reminded of that. Next, for all you setters out there, don't receive the ball unless it's like you have to. So for example, if the ball is right like in this little square here, receive it by all means. But try and get that second touch. Try and get the second touch. Because when someone receives the ball, what they should do, and this is for all non-setters, is receive it to the setter. So the setter can set it up and they'll spike it. But nowadays in pubs, you find that people ape the ball more than actually have a setter set it. Because there's really no setters, and they find aping it is easier. But the disadvantage with the aping is it can easily be predicted and received. It's just bad. It's looked down upon, and I don't think you should do it. So that's my tip for being a setter video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I have to edit this. But please keep in mind these tips. I don't know how many there were. Please keep them in mind. This is my first video in a while. Sorry about that. I didn't know what to do. I was bored. I was just relaxing. So if you want more of this, I can tell you more. I can like show you more tips and tricks about being a setter. Maybe I'll do some gameplay. But talk to you guys later. Bye bye.